Hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Some more politics with Laura here. Oh my goodness, there is so much going on. So much going on. Let me make sure everything is working. Okay, that is working. Do I got everything right? I'm sorry. I should have checked, but I didn't. But check this out. As I'm getting this together, I went down to the Stadium Armory to check out to see the National Guards coming in, and we're going to talk about that.
Mommy, because I thought we were supposed to conserve things.
Hey, this is Big Girl. Okay. Please don't. Okay, finally. Okay, I'm not going to move this microphone at all. This microphone is temperamental because I dropped it right here. I don't want to do too much. I'm going to upset it. I don't want to upset it. Okay, Trump. Trump. Oh my goodness. He has done something that no other president has done since 1963. That's when 63, I'm sorry, 73. When Lyndon Johnson, he developed home rule. Oh, let me take this off. He developed home rule for DC. Now, DC, for the past 52 years, for the past 52 years, DC has been able to run itself to be autonomous, right? That was Lyndon Johnson under a Democrat. And he said, here, home rule, because you have representation, taxation without representation, right? Okay. Now we have a mayor and we have a city council. That is it. We don't have a governor. We don't have any of those things. And now we still have oversight over Congress. Congress has oversight over DC. Now, there is a clause in home rule. What is it? Section 740. And let me give you a quick glimpse of what it is. Let me share my screen. I just did a quick lookup, right? And here it says Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act grants the president the authority to direct the Metropolitan Police Department for federal purposes during emergencies. This section has recently invoked by President Trump to place the Metropolitan Police Department under federal control. The president delegates this authority to the Attorney General Pam Bondi, who will monitor and manage this situation. The emergency declaration is initially for 30 days, and unless Congress extends it. So just so that we get a little understanding, so we can't run around and say Trump can't do this, Trump can't do that. No, he has the authority to do it. Now, let's keep in mind, DC is a sanctuary city. Now, Mayor Bowser is saying, I'm going to give up the what is it called? The sanctuary city status. Sanctuary city status. I'm giving that up because that was a mistake. It's all Governor Abbott's fault. He let and I found out because President Trump corrected many people. I thought it was 30 million people with refugee status from all over the world descended in the United States. I thought it was 30 million. Trump said no. No, it's 50 million. 50 million people came into the United States from all over the world unvetted, okay? Unvetted. If you don't live in a sanctuary city, you're like, well, you want to just, go along to get along. Shut up. You don't live in a sanctuary city. You don't know what it's like. Now I know what the border states were talking about. The Baja California, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas. They're like, please stop it. Please. Oh my goodness. Hey, I know what you're going through. I live in the thick of it. The thick of it. So now President Trump did it, right? Now you have, oh my goodness. Look. You can be whatever political affiliation you want to be. If you want to be a communist, you're going to be all by yourself. Progressives are saying, "Oh my goodness, Trump," and these are the black progressives. You have some white progressives are saying this, but the black progressives are saying, "Oh my goodness, Trump, he's going to make sure that he's going to round up all the black people. Black people are going to get rounded up, and he's a racist." Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No. He's going after the people that are committing crimes. Now, I shot I did an Instagram live earlier today, and I went down to the Stadium Armory to show where the people were coming from. Not the people, but the National Guards, to catch them going to the Stadium Armory. Now, I just so happened to live stream going there, and I was showing parts of DC that you would never see. Now, I happen to go down Benning Road, and Benning Road goes from what is it called? Capitol Hill, Maryland. It goes into DC on the southeast side. Benning Road, I went straight down to what is it called? Benning and East Capitol Street, hung a right. And as I was going, I'm like, this is where President Biden or the Democrats put the illegal immigrants. Now, one would think that he would place the illegal immigrants with the people of their fellow countrymen. You would think that. No. I'm telling you, one thing I know is that immigrants that migrated here, that been here for some time, they don't want to be around no newcomers. They don't. Latinos were like, I don't want those WPs around me. I came here legally. I left the country to get away from them, and now you want to put them where I'm at and where I live at? No. Oh my goodness. And I talk to people. Any and everybody I talk to, because I just like to get a little feel of what's going on. What are they thinking? Where are they from? Now, the illegals, when Biden was in office, they were ignoring me, like, especially you Ethiopians. Oh, Ethiopians. Not all of them, but the one that come around me are awful. They're awful. They're like, I'm not talking. They'll come out and say, I'm not talking to you, but that's exactly what they do. They ignore you. They act like they don't speak English. Oh, that peasant. Oh, goodness. And Cameroonians, the French side, oh, they're awful. Oh my goodness, they're awful. Now the English side, English side Cameroonians, they're decent people, but it's the French. You know what I'm saying is right, you Frenchy. Okay, that sounds kind of terrible. Now, I'm showing you. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring it up. Let me bring it up. Be real quick about it. Hold on for a second, because you're going to see exactly what I am talking about. Oh, goodness. Okay. Why are you acting up? Why are you acting? Okay, here we go. Okay, that's an unflattering picture of me. Okay. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Some more. This is Politics with Laura. Okay, I'm on my way to go see the National Guard. So as I drive, because I'm halfway here already, I'm going to let you see what I see. All right. Now, this is the Benning Road. I won't be able to read what you're saying, but let's check this out. Okay, I'm on Benning Road in Southeast DC. All right. And you're going to see parts of DC that no one would ever show you. Now, this area right here is called Benning Road. I just was on a Maryland border. That was what part? It's not Suitland, Capitol Heights, Maryland, right? So, now this right here is what they will call the quote unquote hood, right? Now, when I say hood, like 2 months ago, there was a shootout. And when I say shootout, I'm talking about back and forth. There had to at least be around 30 shots going back and forth, just going back and forth. Police were all over the place. But Mayor Bowser has it under control. Yeah, right. As I go see the National Guards. But however, it's being gentrified. Now, right over here on H Street, because whenever I come through here, because I'm all over DC, right up the street they gentrified it. Right over here. Let's see if I could turn it up this street right here. Yeah, right up that street. I can't, damn my. That right there is H Street. All right. They gentrified it. They built townhouses up there, and before it was bang bang shoot 'em up, but they cleared out. I can't remember what was over there, but now they put townhouses over there, and they got what shocked me. They had people walking their dogs, white women jogging down the street up and down, and still. And still, it's still a rough area, and it's heavily oppressed. And if you want to go shopping, you got to go like way down the street, maybe at least about 15 blocks. Okay, but let me go ahead. I'm going to keep on running my mouth. I don't know. You don't want to hear me blah, 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 blah. Well, here's some. Damn. Okay, I can't do it that way either. Now, so I can't move up. As I'm passing through, I'm going to give you some of my thoughts. Oh, this right here is G Street and Benning Road Southeast. Now I'm going to head to East Capitol, and that would take me to the Stadium Armory and where the RFK Stadium is, and also the DC jail. I mean, it's quite interesting. Now. All right, now there are people who are saying that Donald Trump cannot bring the National Guards in, and let me tell you something. Yes, he can. Now, and what was it, 1974, Lyndon Johnson brought home rule to DC because it was too small to be considered a state because it's only 7 miles. So home rule, and it gave Washingtonians a right to vote in mayor and city council, to which they controlled DC. So it was the government that controlled, or shall I say, the federal government that controlled DC. So Washingtonians were like, "Hey, wait a minute, we have no you can't no taxation without representation." So
you had a lot of that going on, and rightfully so. Now, I've been in DMV area for almost 40 years. I'm telling my age, for 40 years. And I've seen a whole lot of stuff come and a whole lot of stuff go. Oh, crap. Why are you going to turn right there? Why? Damn it. Wait a minute. I'm going to see if I can hurry get around this person. Okay, well, you can let me go too.
I'm so silly.
All right.
Right down
Okay.
here. Right down here. Woo! It is rough. It is rough.
Okay, taxation without representation. All right. So that was a big thing. Now there's something called 740 in home rule. Home rules is something that Lyndon Johnson, along with the city council that came up to govern Washington, D.C. Now, I heard some people talk about this. Now, those of you who know this area, if you know, you know. The shrimp boat, if you know, you know. Okay, so 740 gives the federal government the right to take over the police force. That is exactly what's happening. Everybody that is on the city council, down to the mayor, down to the school board, which is a hybrid. You get three. Oh snap! What's going on? The police. Which way are you coming? I hear you. Uh-oh. There comes the police. Oh, they're going the other way. They're going up East Capitol. All right. So DC has been basically a Democratic city ever since I came here. Damn, what's going on? More police. And you say DC doesn't need a National Guard. All right. Okay. All right. Well, Mayor Bowser, along with the city council, what they did was enact.
I'm close by. Okay. I'm just going through some things, but I'm close by. I'm almost there.
The sanctuary city. Now you have all these illegal immigrants in. Now, as I was driving through, you will see some Latinos, and they're in certain pockets of DC. Heavy pockets. And the funny part is they don't put them with other Latinos. No, they don't. They put them in black areas, which I find quite interesting. Now, they did a job. They did any and everything to make the people, the newcomers, I call them newcomers, to become to be able to vote. Now in DC, everything is local. Damn. Everything is local. So when you vote for the mayor, you vote for the city council, you're not voting on federal levels. Let me get over on this lane. I want you to see something. Okay, what you're going to see is the U.S. Capitol. You're going to see a shot that, let me see if I can. You're going to see the U.S. Capitol.
Now, when you see this, you're never going to see this from any other place because people are not going to go where I go. I'm all over DC. I'm not afraid of anybody. But you were going to see the Capitol and the Washington Monument in a way that you have never seen before. I did not mean to turn this into a tour site.
You're never going to see it from any other, not from this angle. I don't know if you can see it or not. But that right there is a beautiful shot. Coming from East Capitol, coming from Southeast. Oh, man. Okay. I didn't mean to bring it that way. Oh, shit.
Everything all over the place.
Okay. Woo. Thank God there's no traffic. Okay. So back to what I was saying. So Muriel Bowser and basically the city council, everyone's Democrat, bent the rules to allow illegal immigrants to vote. to keep her in power because the people of DC are tired of this mess. Now, you have some diehard Democrats who say, I'm black, you black, we black, they black, we black, right? They have that mentality. Let me put this up, make sure you can hear me. Okay, I'm black, you black, we black, they black. So they're only going to vote for people that are black to run the city and not say, hey, well, is this person qualified? Do they put DC or Washingtonians, do they come first? Heck, do they put America first? This is the nation's capital. So when Donald Trump says that there's crime around the Capitol, he's not.
Okay, now as you see right here, right in the front is an old RFK Stadium or the Redskin Stadium. Now here's the interesting part. Indians gave that name, they wanted that name to be used. And then you had other Indian groups saying, oh, that right there is completely racist, this, that, and the other. Let me see. Hey, Vaughn, how you doing? How's it going? So you have a lot of that going on. Let me go ahead and finish it up because I'm almost there.
There are homeless people that are right there at the Capitol. Now, I hope that he goes down to Georgetown Pier, go up through the bike path. Right here's RFK Stadium. Through the bike path, and to get the people that are homeless there on the Potomac River. Damn, I meant to show you that, but I can't do that while I'm driving. So I'm close to, I can see it.
Okay, I don't know why I went that way, but I should have taken that little turn. However, I'm going to stop it right here. Now, I showed you parts of DC that no one is going to show you. They're not going to drive around there, but that was the shortest way to get to the, what is it called? To the Stadium Armory. But Trump has the right to take over. He does. Like I told you, Home Rule, Section 740. And I showed you the definition and what he was able to do. But I found something interesting. Now, people going in and out. Let me bring that up real quick. Because I was down there competing with Fox News. I'm like, oh, man, these people, it's me. It's me, my little tripod. I broke that piece right here, but it doesn't matter. It works. So I'm down there with this, my cell phone, my headphones, and I'm down there saying I'm going to get some stuff. And I did. Oh, I did. I got to show you. But oh, let me bring up the other one. Okay. So he's allowed to do it. And it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting. Okay, so I'm down in my little tripod. I had my
okay. How's it going? Some more Politics with Laura here. I'm here. I'm at the not the Navy Yard.
I can't move it.
The Stadium Armory. So I'm gonna flip this over. I'm over here with some big wigs over here, and it's just me, and they got a crew. How you doing? Okay, let me flip this over. Oh my goodness. Oh. Got people coming around. Okay, damn it, I can't see it.
Sorry about my face being all up in there.
Okay, here are some big wigs over here. I'm here by myself.
That's
and they
Fox
got a
News
team,
over
but
there.
That is all right. Okay, right over here is a Navy. Oh, before I go there, let me show you this. Okay. This is one of the entrances to where they go through. And if you see that little, there's a subway station. I don't know if you can see it, a little glass thing over there. That's a subway station. That's a Stadium Armory subway station. Okay, and where I'm at right here is East Capitol. This is East Capitol, and right there's Eastern High School that I showed you when I parked my car. Now, here's somebody coming out. All right, so we're going to see some. Oh, there goes somebody. There's a lady crossing the street. She's see how close I can get without them biting my head off. There's going to be a serious turf war over here. Now, as I'm playing this, I hear a whole lot of what do you call helicopters going around the area. I'm just like, I don't know if you all can hear it or not. All right. Now, this right here is the Stadium Armory where all the National Guards are going to come for their headquarters. Now, you're going to see something rather interesting. I wish I could make it go, go forward and backwards, but I didn't, what do you call it, screenshot, record it. Oh, goodness, that's a pain in the butt. But let me just show. They're going to, okay, I haven't gotten to that part yet. Let me just shut up. All right, so this right here is the Navy, not the, I keep on, the National Guards. This is, I never noticed that right there. I'm too busy flying around here. All right, so as I was saying earlier about home rule, this is the reason why President Trump wants the National Guards here due to, shall I say, Mayor Bowser. She's one of the most powerful mayors within the United States. She has the most power. So here, that's where they're going into that entrance. And they're trickling in little by little. Oh, wait a minute. Here goes a guy. How you doing? Okay. One of the National Guard. He's going in, and they're coming from. It looks like people are dropping them off. That's what it looks like. So he's walking into the National, or as Washingtonian calls it, the Stadium Armory. So Mayor Bowser, just based on what they said in the news, but since I live here, I can tell you the real, okay? What's really going on is, and this right here is not my opinion at all, it's what is being done, is that the city council, and as I said earlier, Mayor Bowser, everybody's Democrat, so they're all on one accord, and they have an agenda. Now, when I say agenda, let me go ahead and take it back some years. I'm going to take it back about 25, maybe 30 years. There was a woman, she was a Republican, the only Republican on a DC city council. And she said on open mic that there was a rich Virginian, and there were several of them, who had a vested interest in basically taking over DC, and they were going to take over the school board. Now, if you're not aware, I'm going to make you aware. The school board is extremely important because the school board basically changes culture. Yes, it does, through the education that students get. So if you take over the school board, then you could change the curriculum and everything that you want the students to know as far as the environment or the city or the state that you're in, depending on the different levels. All right. So we had a school board, and all of a sudden, what was it, 90, 95, somewhere around there, it went from a full school board to a hybrid, there were 9 people, 5 were selected and 4 were elected. So no matter what occurred, they were going to get their agenda across regardless. And it's still that way today. Still that way today. And the school board had a superintendent.
Now, just hold on. I'm waiting for something to come. You are gonna see it first. These barriers are huge. They're ginormous. Okay, so here.
Now they
It's coming up.
have a chancellor. You can't make this stuff up. They broke it up, got rid of the superintendent that had a 10-year plan, and the teachers all over DC got together and made the curriculum. I'm going somewhere. Don't leave me, because you need to understand why the things are the way they are. Back in 2005, they aligned the school curriculum for a 10-year plan. And I have to say, it was not only a hybrid, but no other city had it. No other teachers got together and did that and aligned everything and put in what they needed for as far as the students that were going to matriculate through the school system to get everything what they needed. That's what they did. It worked until Mayor Fenty. He, mm, 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 whoo, nobody likes him. He basically got rid of the superintendent and then made Michelle Rhee a chancellor and then made a state superintendent. You can't make this stuff up because DC is not even a state. It's not a city. It's a district / territory. Okay. Having said all of that, let's fast forward to Mayor Bowser. Now, before I do, Fenty, Gray, Mayor Gray, oh my goodness, a couple of other mayors I can't think of right off the bat is that they slowly chipped away at some of the laws and slowly added to the laws that made it into where it is. Now, I don't know anywhere in the world. Oh, there was a group of them. Let me show you. I don't know anywhere in the world to where you can have a city that's chipping away to make it easy for people to commit crimes and to give people excuses. All it goes up and down. It got to the point to where now you can go to jail and you could come out and have no bond. Now you can go ahead and shoot somebody. Who is that right there in the black? Who is that? Okay, we're gonna find out.
You're gonna see this guy come up in all black. I try to get as close to his face. That guy is important. Like I said, whenever I feel it in my bones, there's something there. This guy is important. I do get his attention and I do get him to look my way.
Who
Right
is
here.
that person right there? Damn, I wish I'd had my other camera. Okay. Oh, and those of you who donated, I want to thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, why am I done? Okay, so
I eventually turn
okay,
it.
let me be a little nosy. How are you? Okay, have no idea who he is.
Okay. All right. Let me just leave it there. Now, I do get into an argument with a progressive guy, but that's further down and I can't get to it. I wish I would have recorded it before I did this. So I get into an argument with this progressive guy because he's like, oh goodness, Donald Trump, he's evil, he's a racist, and he's a PDF file, and I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm sitting there arguing with him. Well, not arguing, but I call it a discussion. He was getting a little heated with me, but this situation is going to be quite interesting. I've been telling people, I said, look, Trump is not messing around. Mayor Bowser allowed for you to go into an establishment and you could go in and steal whatever you wanted, but it had to be less than $1,000. Well, they stole so much to where the CVS closed down. It's ridiculous. Her laws did that. Now, I saw a whole bunch of children do what I saw, older people do it. It was outrageous. So when people say, oh, well, Trump don't need to be there, he's trying to round up black people. No, you didn't listen to what he said. He said 2022 was when the crime went out of control. What happened in 2022? You had all the people that came in from other countries being matriculated around the United States. As they came to DC, they were placing them any and everywhere. Oh man, these helicopters are going back and forth. It's crazy. Now, the crime went sky high. Now, when they say, oh, well, crime was going down, that's a damn, excuse me, a damn lie. Like, there's a lie. They just recently found someone within the Metropolitan Police Department was reclassifying crimes to make it look like that it was going down. So if you're running around strong arming people, they classified that as something different. So the violent crimes would go down. Now, also keep in mind, okay, I didn't tell you this, but I did a video about this about 1.5 years ago, that they were changing the laws for illegal immigrants. So when they got caught, they got let out. So if they went and grape juiced someone and people, they got away with it. A little slap on the wrist, go ahead and behave. And that's what they were doing until it got to the point to where now you have these people on these motorbikes delivering food, right? Why couldn't they do that for Washingtonians, American citizens, and people with green cards? Why couldn't they do that for them? No, you had to wait to get people from other places to come. Don't get me, I'm going to get pissed off about that. You have people on these scooters that are running around committing crimes. They did it in New York. They're also doing it here in DC. And Trump was saying is that we're going to do... The immigrants are some really bad dudes. And when he talked about the immigrants, he was talking about the illegal people that Joe Biden brought in. He was talking about them. If you stop and listen to the entire thing that he was talking about, instead of saying, oh, Trump, blah, 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 hate, he's a hater, he's a racist. No. And you need to stop that. The problem, okay, I'm going to say something. I'm going to piss off a whole lot of people. I'm going to get more hate than what I do now. I'm going to get more hate. One thing about the Black community that we really need to stop is keeping people that commit crimes, right? You hear some of the mothers out there, oh my goodness, you didn't have to do that. Even though he had a gun and he beat you up with the gun, you didn't have to do what you did. Man, I'm gonna get some hate. Oh my goodness. Oh man. But it's true. Then when I say, look, we need to set an example. We need these guys to grab up these these young people, ladies, you need to stop talking about these girls. Instead of talking about them, pull them aside and talk to them, try to get them in the right place, because we know that we got a whole lot of issues with these babies having babies. We have to do something before they wind up in jail. Well, politics with Laura, you don't gotta talk to me like that. And right there's their parents' problem. They should have raised better children. Well, then you wonder why we have all these issues. We wonder why whenever somebody from a different race tries to say something to you, you're a racist. How dare you? You're a racist. You can't make this sugar honey iced tea up. And the thing is that as I'm sitting here talking, I'm not even a conservative. I am basically a middle of the road liberal. Now, we have to really understand something. Whenever you talk about conservative, you have to ask people, what are they conserving? Because what I'm conserving and what somebody else is conserving is something a little bit different, right? I'm conserving to try to get more resources for Black Americans because we have a lot of issues. You have people that came here yesterday and is able to get any and everything, and you got the Democrats being ultra conservatives for people that's outside of this country. Now you have people that are Republican conservatives, and what they want is to bring back the values that were from yesteryear. Now we got to say, okay, how far back? And what values are you talking about? And I think we really need to have that conversation. We really do as Americans. No one else. But Americans, Black, white, we need to come together and say, okay, what are we conserving? Does it apply to all of us or does it apply to some of us? How is this going to go? That's my simple thought. Now I know I'm going to get a whole lot of blah, blah, blah. You're Uncle Tom or Aunt Tom. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. You haven't read a damn book because Uncle Tom was a strong slave and he got his family out of slavery. Now, you might want to say Chicken George because Chicken George was the one who was pointing out where all the slaves were hiding. Okay? Stop with that ignorant stuff. It is just mind-boggling. Pick up a book and read it. Then you could... Okay. So, back to Trump. Trump needs to do what he is doing. He is doing something that no other president did. I know a lot of people are going to say, Laura, how can you be a Black racist? Oh my goodness, you're reverse racist. And I'm just going to tell you, shut up. Okay? Shut up. You don't have anybody committing crimes in your area. In fact, you live in a gated community, progressives, and you are the worst racists. You can't sit there and talk about Trump and call him a racist without you looking at yourself. Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there. But it's going down. It is going down. Now you have the because DC is the first inner city that all of this is going to occur. It's going to be crazy when they get over there in LA. It's going to be massive. I think right there is going to be the second one or Philly. I'm not quite sure. But I want to see what the progressives are going to do. Are they going to come out and try to stop the National Guards along with the FBI, the National Guards, Homeland Security, and you would never believe Secret Service is in the mix of it. You're going to have all these agencies coming together under Pam Bondi. Oh my goodness. It's going to be wild. It's going to be completely wild. But let me finish this last part because I really want you to see how big the what is it called? The dividers. They are big. They have to at least be about from what I saw on the truck, it has to be at least be about 5 feet tall. It's going to be quite interesting. Let me see if I can. Damn, I should have let it play. Let me let it play some more and get to that point. Okay, I think it's coming up. Okay, and that's the person that I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly. Now you have these people. Now that guy right there is doing delivery. Why couldn't that go to people, Washingtonians? Why couldn't what? Okay, why couldn't Mayor Bowser get money to put young people to work instead of saying, well, these people from outside of the country need a job, and then you have these young people who would like to work. They don't want to do what they're doing. They want a job, but you can't go to McDonald's or fast food, which those jobs are for young people to teach them how to, mess up their job before they go into their real jobs and their real careers. No, you have a bunch of people that don't believe me. Don't believe me. Go into your local Popeyes, McDonald's, Wendy's. Just go there and see who's working there. You're going to see some middle-aged people who don't speak English that are doing those jobs, and those jobs are for the young people. Now, when I say that, people get pissed off, but it's true. But let me show you. Right there is Mayor Bowser made sure that a lot of people had their scooters to deliver food, but they couldn't find a way to give that to Washingtonians to do the same job that that person's doing. Only in America. Let me see. Somebody said something. Maybe the judge is in the black. More than that, is in the pocket. In the pocket. All right, so let me pull this out some so you can get a broader view. Oh, I thought there was going to be a lot of people coming in. Okay, they went in. Okay, so let me flip this around. So that's exactly what occurred. So when it got to Mayor Bowser, as I said earlier, she bent the rules. She in the city council allowed for people who had no legal status at all to vote and to give them driver's license. Now in DC, if you have a driver's license, you already are able to vote, and didn't ask for social security numbers. No, I mean, it was just crazy. And the Democrats were like, oh, it's okay. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me. Now, I'm arguing with people or trying to inform people they're breaking the law, not only the federal law, but also DC law, DC home rule. You have to be a citizen in order to vote. I don't even know why I did that. I don't even know why I even wasted my time even trying to say anything. However, I cannot thank Congress enough for stopping the city council from doing it, calling it illegal. You can't do it. So the mayor can't just do anything willy-nilly without the oversight due to home rule, the oversight. And now, because of what they were doing, they're like, who is she? Okay, wait a minute. Let me turn it this way. I am so nosy. How you doing? Have a good day. She came out from. Have a blessed day. she came out from the Stadium Armory. She must be a Democrat. Well, okay, so that is what occurred. Now, they're like, no, you can't do it, and now Trump has taken over the DCPD, or the Metropolitan Police Department. So that's what's going on here, and I gotta say, it's quite interesting. It's very interesting.
And so far, I have only seen maybe about 20 National Guards come through. I thought there would be a whole bunch of people coming, and no. And I don't know how the news people do it. They're standing out here. I don't see any bathrooms, zero. And the closest store around here, well, maybe you could go to to what do you call it, the subway station. I'm not quite sure, but I just noticed this. Let me show you this. Uh, I just noticed that that right there is a helicopter. If anybody knows what type it is, because I know it's not a Marine one, no, and I know it's not a Black Hawk, but I'm not quite sure what kind of helicopter it is. Speaking of helicopter, oh, what are they bringing in?
Okay, this is it right here. This is it right here. Now, I want you to pay special attention to how big. Let me show myself real quick. I want you to pay special attention to how big this divider is, okay? I'm sorry it took me so long to get there. I should have. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, here it goes. All right. Pay attention. Look how big that is. Look how big that is. Okay. I think that's bigger than 5 feet. I think it's bigger than 5 feet. But just look at it. Okay, that right there is a divider. They're going to put those up and install that. Now that I believe they're going to install that around. I'm not quite sure, but they're also doing construction work over there at RFK Stadium. But that's just quite interesting.
Oh, they're making barriers. Oh, okay. So you got it first here on Politics with Laura. They're bringing in barriers. It's going down. So they're trickling in little by little. And now that I think about it, I think it's done by design. How you doing?
I'm always saying hello to people. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, these people right here, okay, it just so happens that they just happen to be Latino, okay? Just so happens.
Okay. Now they're going straight in, so they work there. What does that say right there? What's on their back? I can't see it. I'll see it later. All right, I didn't see any other people trickle in.
I think this guy.
Oh, it's called a medical halo. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Let me bring it back up. A medical halo. That right there. Thank you for that information.
I think this guy.
A medical halo.
I think this guy. That I get in a quasi debate argument with comes up.
You learn something new every day. I sort of zoom around here and I don't really pay attention too much, and I gotta do a better job than that. See there's gonna be more people coming. Oh, I didn't even notice that right there. Where is it? Okay. I'll take a picture of that later. I don't want them thinking that I'm taking their picture or putting them on video.
Okay, well, it's taking too long for this guy to come up that I get into an argument with. And this guy is basically saying how Trump is a pedophile, and and he's a racist, and he's all this stuff. And so we go back and forth, and he's and then I had to explain some things to him. He's like, oh, well, well, have a good day. I'm gonna, chop it up and put it up here under shorts. It's quite interesting. It was a quite interesting exchange. But I just wanted you to see what was going on today. The news is down there, and I wanted Fox 5 is down there. So I'm down there. Me, my phone, and my tripod out there competing with Fox News and all those other places. So, and look, they're very territorial. Who knew? They're territorial. And I was looking around, there was no bathroom or anything like that. And when I left, they were bringing in a porta potty. Okay, well, all right. So it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be very, very, very interesting as far as how this National Guards come in and how they're going to go throughout the city, which for me, I welcome, because I'm getting tired of shootouts and people on those little scooters robbing people, shooting people, all that stuff. It's too much. And when people say, oh, we don't need it, you don't live in a section to where it's occurring. All right. But on that note, please subscribe. Please help me out there. Subscribe, sort of push like. Help me get on out there. Okay, and thank you DC Moon. And also, I've been demonetized. It's hard. It's hard in the YouTube streets. Please, Politics with Laura, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, anything helps. Anything does help. On that note, I do want to thank you for stopping by. All right.